So now logging in as a operations manager to raise work order. So this is a login page, the first page. So this operations manager could be handling multiple units. So, but in this case, he's just operations manager for this plant and this division. So he can just go into whichever section he wants. And the first page which comes is a work order creation page. This is a work order entry page. And I will explain to you the above the other menus shortly. So now I have created some sample work orders. So now, for example, I'm creating a work order for Simplex 2 equipment to be checked. So as operations guy, I don't know what the issue is. So I'm just giving it as high priority. And the work type could be preventive maintenance, breakdown maintenance, shutdown maintenance, or condition based. For example, I'm just giving it as a breakdown maintenance. And the equipment I can choose. For example, if I type S, this has come Simplex 2. And it is also giving me which location the Simplex 2 is located and which is a description of the location and all. And I can also tell who has reported this issue. For example, user 18 has reported this issue. And for demo purpose, I'm just giving a date in February. Let us say February 11th. This issue is reported at 9 a.m. And I'm just submitting it. So you also have a feature to add attachments if you want any, if it is required. Right. So now it is added successful. Right. So now if this operations manager goes to the active work order screens, you can see a list of work orders which are currently raised waiting for his approval. For example, I've already created some 3 or 4 work orders for Simplex 1, Simplex 2 and all. So for example, I can just click this update work order. So you can see who has raised it. And for example, you can see here, this is a work order number 28, pressure to be checked. What is the priority, breakdown maintenance, and the details of the problem is reported here. So as an operations manager, I can take based on the workflow, the next workflow will be, I can either approve the work order or I can put it on hold or move to shutdown or cancel work order. So now I am just approving this work order. The status as defined in the workflow becomes work order approved and assigned to the department. Now I am giving the work order start date, so which is nothing but the approved date. So here again, you can see this was raised on February 11th at 9 a.m. So now I'm just telling it this is approved at 10 a.m. And I'm also telling it this belongs to this work has to be handled by the instrument department. So I can do whatever remarks I want and things like that and upload it. So you can see the history also comes up here, right? So this is active work order. The other menu I'll quickly walk through. This section shows you all work orders which are created in the system. So which is pending right now. And for example, if you click on this, you will know what is the details of the work order which has been raised and what is the history so far. Then this is work order assigned to me. See, if some work order has been issued to me, I can see it, but being operations manager, this is empty. And the work orders raised by me, these are work orders which have been created by me. If I have raised any work order, I can see that here. So you can see these are the work orders which have been raised by me. So the status of each of them I can find out here. For example, if you want to see what has happened here, you can see this is the work order which I have raised. And this is the updates which has happened. Okay. So similarly, I can also search for a particular equipment by a department. And I can see these are some of the equipments which are already available. So now if I want to see the history of any particular equipment, I click the work order history. It shows all the work orders which are currently active, which are closed and all. So if I want to see this particular work order, I can just see this and see what is the issue which was reported and when it was updated. I can see this completely. I will come to this request PM checks in a short while from now. Okay, so anyway, request PM check is basically depending on the frequency of maintenance, which frequency based task or CIL task which we have entered. So for example, if I click instruments and I can choose equipment, I have defined already in the equipment what is the last date of maintenance, what is the frequency of maintenance PM checks which I need to do. So based on that, the system will query the system and it will give me complete details of all the work orders which are overdue as of now. For example, if you see, these are the equipments which we have configured. Next due date of maintenance is 10th February, which is already overdue. Today is 11th May. So it is showing that it is overdue as of this date. Right? So similarly, you can also see what is due this week. If some items are due this week, it will show up in the current week. You can see, so most of them are due, next due date of maintenance is already in February, so it is showing red, and due this month. If something is due in the current week, it will show up as yellow or whatever color you have. So here, when it is due this month, we have put this month, we have 5 weeks. In the first week itself, all this is overdue. So it is showing all of this. And similarly, you have, see, basically from here, what we can do is you can either choose this and request for a preventive maintenance. So based on the operations managers, this thing, you can see what is the next due date of maintenance and how long it has taken since its last maintenance. And then you can make a request for a preventive maintenance. And similarly, you have details for frequency-based CIL task. So when I click on the task, whatever task you have created, for example, card yearly PM checks to be done, PM checks to be done, you can see some of the items are overdue, due this month. It's already overdue. But this item in week, this is due on 30th May, which is blow room lubrication to be done. It is on the 5th week. Right. Similarly, you can see due this week. There's nothing due this week, but except these 4 items are overdue and as on date overdue. So you can see this is overdue. As with the equipments, I can also choose whichever task I want to do and request for a preventive maintenance, and the work order will be created just like work order entry, and you will be able to see the complete picture. And this is report of the we have various reports like report of status of work order issued to individual. For example, here I can tell U1 user one. Let us take If something is pending with this user, it will come up. But here there is no. Let us take this user 4. If you take user 1, right, I can see a report. What all I have assigned to a particular user and what is pending. So similarly, you have reports for MTTR, MTPF, and what work orders have been cancelled, Pareto analysis on frequency of occurrence, and Pareto analysis on cost of maintenance. Some of the reports which we have. We'll look into this in the analytics section shortly. So meanwhile, we have created all the active work orders. We have assigned it to the respective departments. So now we can log in as a department head and see all the equipment which has been assigned to us. So I'm logging in as a head of instruments department. And this is a work order entry. So if I go into the active work order screen, I'll see all the work orders which has been assigned to the department. So now I can take any one of them. For example, let us take LD2 drawing. I can see what are the work order details, who has issued it, what are the comments, and then I can tell, okay, so this I can take it up. I'm assigning it to my staff. And I can assign it to my team members for, let us say, for example, ABC2, right? I can leave any message for him as well. So it has got updated. Similarly, we'll need to update for all the, assign the tickets for all the tickets which has come. Okay, so I have created tickets for almost every equipment which we have. So now what I have done is I have assigned all the active work orders. You can see the status has changed to assigned now. So I will log in and I have assigned all of these tickets to user 2. So I will just log in as user 2 and see all the tickets that has been assigned to me. So once the ticket has been assigned, I will receive an email if it is configured. So now I can just log in to the system and I can see all the active work orders. You can see all these tickets have been assigned to me. So I'll be able to see that. So now I'll first, let us take, for example, Simplex 1. I can see the complete work order details, what has been put here. And now I can, as per the workflow, I can either, if it is assigned to me, after it is assigned, I can either complete it or I can put it on hold. So I can tell work order, I can finish it, and automatically the system, the status becomes closed, and I can tell what is a closed date and time. So for example, I can tell this work order was raised on February 11th. Let us say it is closed on the same date, February 11th, and I will tell it is closed at 16 hours. And problem code for closure, I can put it could be either sensor damaged or whatever it is, barrier problem. And this is a cost. I am just telling, for example, 251 is a labor cost, material cost is 300, production loss is 100 units, whatever be the units, right? So I can just say submit it. If there's any remarks or spares which is consumed, I can mention that also. So this has got updated now. So you can see that this work order will be now closed. 31 will be closed. It will no longer come in this system active work order, it is closed. So, but if I go into all work orders, it will show me the status as closed. See here, it is closed, right? So similarly, I can update the status of all the work orders and close the work orders completely. So after I've updated all the equipment status, I can even now go and check the status of in the equipment search. You can see various equipments are there. For example, let us take Simplex 2. There are 2 work orders which have been issued and both our status are closed. I can click this to see what has happened, what is the history of the work order and all. And similarly, I can take a report for each job card, each equipment. So you can see that, right? So like this, you can create all the work orders. What you have seen is now you can create a work order and then you can approve the work order, assign it to the respective departments and the technicians who can update the status and close it. So all these can be tracked. You can also see the job history of each equipments, and you can also request the see the equipments which have the PM due or the task CIL tasks which are due, and request for a preventive maintenance so that that can be handled. So we can create any number of work orders like this before we go into the analytics. So for the analytics, you need to have a lot of data to support it. So once the data is there, we can go to the analytics section and to see what kind of analytics are available.